Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Sunday evening, and welcome to Bar Talk. Hey, welcome back. Welcome to another edition of Bar Talk. And my God, I'm already perspiring, and I know it's going to be a long evening. Folks, let me just get rid of the formalities. Bar Talk is brought to you by a studio called Moment to Remember Studios here in Sunrise, Florida. It's a one-stop shop studio for everything from a passport picture for your next fancy portrait on the beach or anywhere else, or we do print. So it's photo, video, and print. No job is too large or too small. We try to make your dreams come true, so make sure you just call us, 954-226-8029. We'll be happy to sit with you and make sure whatever you have in your mind becomes a reality. Of course, Bar Talk is brought to you by the #1 platform for all things Jamaican, Caribbean, and the world. We're talking about Jamaicans.com, as in Facebook.com/OneLoveJamaica. And Kevin is laughing in the background because sometimes we almost forget where we are. Anyway, talking about Kevin, we have a crew here that always makes sure that Bar Talk goes on as best as possible. Like I've said to you all the time, I'm just a guy that they have nominated to walk the plank. But we have Steady in the house. Say steady. Good. Juliet Stedman, and we have Kevin Stewart, my brother from another mother. If you want to catch up with him, it's Kevin Stew on the night shift, or kevinstew.com. And of course, we have the Mystery Lady. Mystery Lady, all we gonna call her name is PJ. PJ in the house, and she don't even want to say hi. But that's okay. The title for this evening's, let me not even touch that first. Let me just introduce my guests, starting from my left. Kevin, just get to our guests, and please, my dear Pauline, introduce yourself.
I'm Pauline Richards, and I am a retired healthcare professional, and I'm living here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. Hello.
Up next is my little sister, little bitty sister. Go ahead, Jodian.
Hi everyone, my name is Jody Ann Gray. I'm broadcaster, journalist, and just all-around entertainer here, living in South Florida. And yeah, I'm here with my bestie.
Yeah. And Lord, let's go move to a woman that I see her too often. She is part of my Kiwanis club. She's part of just about so many things that we do in the community. She's a community activist. She's like salt. Anyway, something going on, she's there. Claudia DePaz, talk to the people. And actually, matter of fact, Claudia, tell her this is your first on Jamaicans.com. We want to know, and I should have said the other ladies. Jody been here a couple of times. But you need to tell us real quickly, because Jamaicans want to know where you come from. Where in Jamaica you come from.
Oh, okay.
If you're really Jamaican or fake Jamaican. So go ahead.
I'm a real Jamaican. I am from Harborview, Kingston 17. Has been in America for so many years. Worked at Essence Communication for 15 years. Left New York. Now living in Florida 23 years. Retired and is a healthcare professional.
Okay, that's a mouthful. I should said it fast. Last but by no means least, my dear sister, Laverne Wilson. Talk to us, Laverne.
Well, as he said, my name is Laverne Wilson. I am a school teacher. I work with Broward County Public Schools. I have been in the United States for some 26 years. I just moved to Florida not so long ago, maybe about 5 years, and I am enjoying myself here in South Florida.
Folks, the title for today, and I must tell you, even when we thought about it, became a tongue twister. I don't think anybody I spoke to about it before was able to get it right the first time. The title is Lame Lines and Lies That Men Tell Women. Plain and simple. lame lines and lies, see, there you go again, that men tell women. And I looked it up, and I can't believe that all of you women write so much.
You see, you need to put your
Yeah,
phone down.
I thought I had my phone on mute. But anyway, I thought that this was something, I know it's been up there, but I went there, there's so many comments from everybody regarding this issue. And so I got some amazing lines and lies from people. But hey, listen, seriously, the first question I want to ask you ladies, and I'm going to start with Pauline, I'll work my way around the room real quickly. What's the difference between a line and a lie?
Well, a lie is, something that I would think that's intended to deceive you, and a line is when they just want to tell you something to get you weak in the knees, so to speak.
But the lie is the same thing. The lie can be the same
No,
thing.
one is an
No,
intention.
one is an intention.
Kevin, I said not you, the ladies.
Thank you for the clarification.
It's an attention grabber.
Yes, an attention grabber.
Okay.
Yes.
Laverne, your thought.
Well, as I'm going to side with you a little bit, playing the devil's advocate. because,
Thank you.
Listen, sometimes the line is a lie. Sometimes the line is a lie, but not always so. Sometimes, the man comes up to you and he wants to get your attention, and he says something that he thinks is going to reel you in, put you, this is his bait on the hook, so to speak. But there are times when his line is an absolute lie, and a lot of women can see through that, and it doesn't work.
Right.
May I leave them two troublemaker for the last? In fact, may I bet you go on. Go on. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you
Here we go.
a
No,
line
Jesus.
that this guy threw at me.
No, tell us the difference before.
The difference?
Yes.
The lie is when the man see you, like you, no say he's involved, and can't get away of, who he has. So him tell you a lie, say, boy, you know what?
Him tell you a lie or a lie.
No
Because
man
this
him
is-
tell you a lie, when he said to him, okay, no, you married? Yeah, but me go through some things at the yard, and that's a lie. The line he should have used. Listen, I'm married. Me and my wife, I got through a little thing. But if you want to roll with me, it's all right.
So that's a line.
That's a line.
Gotcha.
Him never lie.
But here's my thing. I never come from a brother where they really not have no open lyrics. Me I talk about myself.
Yeah.
With my brother.
Is that a line?
I come from a
That's a
position.
good one.
I come from a position of a brother who me not really have open lyrics. So when me say a sister, me not really know how to approach her. So me find something what she might have said or might she have on, and me might make a comment to it and an attempt to grab her attention.
That's a compliment.
And that's Kevin, shut up my business, man. And then, because the sister has heard it so often, all them kind of things, she figures, say, boy, here comes some brother with a lame line. Julia, which is the difference?
Listen,
Lord
I don't know why you're
Jesus.
going upon me for, because let me tell you something. Me attract liar than liners. I'm my thing. Straight up.
Oh my
Straight
gosh.
up. Me have a magnet for them. You know, like when you put magnet on fridge, I mean that.
Oh my
Them just like
God.
that.
True Judy.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So see, them stick on for me. Them love me bad. Them
Oh.
tell a lie and them tell only a lie.
All right, let me start with you now. In your life, because folks, we have a continuum of age group here, right? So these are the young bud and the lot here. So let me ask you, Julian, what's in your mind, what resounds as the greatest line anybody ever played for you?
Oh, Jesus. Me not tell Eddie about them last night. Me have whole heap.
Give me one.
So, first of all, one man look at me and say, baby, Oh my God. First of all, I'm in the supermarket, I mind my own business. I go buy grocery. The man run me down. Baby, oh my God, you're not tired?
I've heard that.
So me I look around and I say, tired? So me I say, what you know about me? What? Me look tired, so me I want a bag under my eye. Me I wonder. The man say, you're not tired? So me say, what you mean? Him say, you just running up and down in my mind.
Oh my goodness.
That
No,
one. Yeah.
no, tell me.
That is the hook, line, and sinker.
That's the hook, line, and sinker.
Me get them, man. Me get them. One man look at me already and say, ma'am, me not telling a lie. If it was a bugu, me da pick you. Me get them.
Oh my God.
My thing, me get them. Daily. Me get them. Them love me.
That window.
That's the dregs. That's the dregs of the dregs. Pauline, in your lifespan, tell me something that stick out of your mind exactly how it go.
Oh, you mean as far as the line?
The line.
Oh, let me see now. I must have died and gone to heaven because I see I just saw an angel.
And PJ is like, yeah, we heard that before. No, ladies, seriously, before I go to others. Based on your interaction, because all of you women are voluptuous in more ways than one, right, ma'am?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Hey, I write it down that
I wasn't already.
You can know the line of them, you know.
Yes, Lord.
It's a
But
line.
here's the deal. As men, we don't know sometimes how to approach a lady. I've said that before. But the thing about it is that I have a beef with all. And this is where the thing kind of get kind of tough, right?
One must take off her shoes.
No, you already broke one of the heel of my shoes. But listen, I have a beef with you all because I guess sometimes there's so many guys approach you, wonderful looking women, that some of the approaches you have already heard before. Why is it that, I don't think so the lyrics is genuine or it's just another fabrication?
Oh, me?
Yes,
Oh,
you.
Lord. You said the good suffer for the body now.
Mm-hmm.
The good
That's
suffer
right.
for the
Oh,
bad.
Jesus,
All
God,
the
here we go.
times, yes.
Punish us all.
Yeah, you guys really get dogged out by us women because of guys that give the lines. And then we believe. We believe, you know.
Yeah.
Why we believe? Because when it comes so sincere, and that's what beats the crap out of me. I'm a stop take it.
But-
That's why I'm
Right.
a single.
That's right. That's right.
But how you gonna know? This is what I'm talking about. This is so serious. No, this is a serious argument here. So because listen, a guy may come to you. It's not every dude
I know.
got lyrics.
If
I know.
you-
No, let me finish my story, man. I know every dude got lyrics. So my thing is, sometimes a brother, he might have it not the heart, and he might have it not the conscience, and he might have it in the intention, but he not the lyrics. But you see what you said, you're tired of hear it, so you just automatically put up a defense against the man.
Yeah, it's true.
One for the guys. Guys, if you're out there, don't feel too bad about it.
That's
If
Yes.
I
true to
can
that.
interject here.
Yes.
Women have heard it so often. We've heard it so often that we are ready now for some originality. We want originality. It's not that we don't want lines. We just want the lines to be original. You gotta come good and come better than everybody
So let me
else has
stop. Let
been
me go,
coming.
Laverne. Give me one of your lame lines because I didn't
No,
touch with
yours.
this. Yeah.
Right.
Let me give one of your lame lines.
Well, I've had a man say, please turn around, and I'm like in shock, just not knowing what he means. And he said, because I'm looking for where your wings used to be.
Hey, look, what's wrong with that?
No, you should have married a man there. You and him should have married.
What's wrong
No,
with
me
that?
would have married him. That original.
If I said to you, Laverne, baby girl. No, hold on, Laverne, baby girl, do me a favor, just turn around for me, please. You say, why? I'm just trying to find where your wings were.
Yes.
That's
That's
nice.
to me
So you
that's
never
nice.
give him one date, Laverne?
No, I
No.
didn't marry that one. He did, get some laughter out of me and perhaps a little bit of
And marching
attention.
orders.
But he didn't have the follow through. He didn't
Oh,
have
God.
the follow through. So
I like the lyrics
early
them, I tell
morning.
my brother.
Say, boy, Kevin, can we trying to copyright that?
I'm curious though.
Yes.
Is it that you believe the line because it is believable, or is it that you just want to believe it?
It's how it coming across. It's how the person that is bringing it across to our lonely hearts.
No, but I'm glad Kevin
That's
said
why I
that.
asked.
Go ahead, Kevin. Yeah.
Well, this is why I ask. Because the lonely heart will seek out what it wants, not necessarily what is there.
Yeah.
So you want to get that attention. You want to get to feel good and sought after in someone's eyes. So they come with a line. It's not that the line is believable. It's that you want to believe the line.
You know what, Kevin?
no, let me just.
I have
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I have a whole lot of male friends.
Mhm.
And I said to my genuine friends that I grew up with from
Yeah.
I was like 15, Junior, Cyrus, Dale, Colin, Eddie can tell you because I come from our community. And I said, Junior, why you can't meet a nice man? Hear him now? Because Claudette, you hung around us. You see them coming with
Yes,
them
Lord.
motorbike.
Yes, yes.
That's
it's
right
true.
there.
That's what
Yes,
he
you can
said to
spot
me.
them. You can spot them
And I said
quickly.
to him,
Mm-hmm.
are you for real? Him say, yeah man, holy man out there have a lot of lies and come with them sweet talk. But you have to be very careful. And a lot of us women know it, feel it, and still entertain it.
Yes.
Kevin, pop that song there for me.
Understand
Pop
me?
that song. No, hold on there.
Yes.
Kevin, pop that song there for hope we don't get thrown off.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Mhm.
Give me a white shot and pop that shot song to Kevin. It's coming up. As Mitch has been on Facebook, Mitch McLean, sister, I love you so much. You've been on, yeah. Kevin, when you're ready, let me know. Talking to people about the show, and we got some very heated conversation prior to the show. And Kevin, when you're ready, let me know. Just tune me in.
Yeah.
You ready?
I was playing, there was no one, but it's alright.
I'm not here because I want you to the house.
Okay, I got you. Do you hear those?
Yeah. So my thing is, one of the things that came out of the discussion online was that, like you said, and men know it, and so they do it, is that women want a little action, little attraction, action, and therefore they sometimes accept the line. In fact, I was talking to a young lady last night, and she said sometimes we accept the line and we allow it to go where it want to go. And the thing about, there's a culture that women know, so there's a vulnerability to women, but there's also something that somebody said on Facebook, I don't remember her name now, that women are the reason for it. You ready?
Yes,
Go on,
of
Kevin.
course.
Tell me a lie. Say I look familiar, though I know that you don't even know my name.
Yes, just like that. Women walk into situation because sometimes the picking is few in a certain community. And sometimes when all of you women looking also fine and otherwise refined, and you have your thing together, sometimes, be honest with me, sometimes the pickings are few. Jodian, talk to me.
They are few, and you know what? You are right. Sometimes you believe what you want to believe based on how vulnerable you are
That's right.
at the time that they got you.
Wow.
So you know, if you're in a state where you know you're empowered and you're like, oh, I got my thing together. Nobody can come to me and tell me nothing. I'm not gonna believe.
And they end up
It's
lonely.
gonna be hard. I mean, outside of that, it's gonna be hard for somebody in that moment to tell you what they want to tell you and for you to believe. Now, when you're vulnerable, you know, you're probably bouncing back from a relationship. You're probably just feeling lonely. You're probably just hurt. And, you know, somebody tell you something sometimes you really know the truth, you know, but you choose to believe the lie based on where your heart and mind is at the time that
That is
you're
true. I
approached.
agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is
You
so
know,
true.
so
Yep.
it is a very hard situation.
Are we enabling the gentleman then? Are you,
Yes.
back in my day as teaching at-risk kids, we call it positive reinforcement of a negative behavior. You think as women that you're actually doing that to men. And guys out there, if you're out there, you need to listen, because listen, we need to stop doing that. That's a we, all of us, including Kevin. Yeah, go ahead, what do you think?
Yes, I believe so, because as women, you know, we have to train the men how to treat us. And, you know, whatever,
Wow.
yes, we have to do that. And as you know, like you said, we enable them if we allow them to come with these lines, and we know in our
In their
spirit,
hearts
in
of
our
hearts.
heart of hearts,
Yes.
that it's a line or a lie.
Yes.
So, you know, why, like them say in Jamaica, old time people, when something plain at day, you don't need flashlight to go look for it at night. You understand?
Yup.
Yes,
Can I
you know.
say something?
Sure, go ahead, go ahead.
You know what? Last year, I met a gentleman, and he liked me as he saw me. He said, "Boy, you know, I like your aura, I like your spirit, I like how you talk plain, and
But that's a real lyrics.
that's
Her
lyrics.
real
It's not a
lyrics,
lie."
yeah,
You
that's
are.
what I'm
And he said to me, "I would like to get to know you, but my life is complicated." Listen, he
Lied.
says, "No, it's true. It's true. His life is complicated. He shared an apartment with a woman that they are no longer together.
Baby, oh sweet
They are no
baby.
longer together.
You,
Right, but
you're
they
coming
share-
exactly where I want
they
to go. But go
share-
ahead. Mhm.
Economic.
Accommodation.
Oh.
A share accommodation.
Mhm.
I know that he's not with her. I know that at a fact.
Okay.
Because I go there.
Okay.
I went there, I should say.
Mm.
But we have this connection that I love.
Go on, let me hear. Let me hear Claudia say she what?
No. I love the connection that we have. When we are together, nobody else exists.
However,
But,
there it is.
Here it comes.
but he's not mine.
Why not?
He's not
Why
free.
not?
But he's not free.
He's
to
not
use.
ready for me.
Exactly.
He's not ready for me because of situations. But I am not making myself available for him. You might think I'm full of shit. I'm too stush.
Oops. Rated
Oh,
PG.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
All
it's
right,
rated
go ahead,
PG.
go ahead.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm too stush. But this is me, I can't change. I was brought up. And I can't change Claudette for anybody. Anybody wants to be with Claudette? Come to me, learn Claudette.
But you have to reach you that line first. But hold on there. Let me
Yeah,
just
just come, just be yourself.
hold on, Claudia. Let me just recognize
yourself.
some of the people who are out there. Folks, listen. If you're enjoying this, like I see so many people, Kevin, you may have to go look on Moments because I'm on Jamaicans.com.
Right.
Here's the deal. Folks, if you're enjoying this conversation, this is the time that you need to get your girlfriend, get your boyfriend, get that other person, drag them by the ear, have them sit down and listen as to what's going on here. This is it, Bar Talk presented by Moment to Remember Studios in Sunrise, all things photo and video, and by Jamaicans.com, the leading platform for all things Jamaica, the Caribbean, and to the world. I just want to recognize some people, like I said before. Hey, Mitch, my sister, one love, right? Beautiful woman, beautiful spirit, and lover of the show and many other shows. I appreciate you. Annette, Carvalho, Britt the Realist, and 8 others are watching. Jeff Miko is watching. And him say, Lord me. Whatever that means, Jeff. Julia Lee says, Luke, you're saying that you don't have any lyrics? Really? That sounds like a line. So even when you're talking the truth, it sounds like a line. Novelty said, Lord Jesus. Mitch McLean said, good day, Luke Ballantyne. Yes, the hi to Mitch. Hi, Novelty. And then Novelty said, Luke Ballantyne, sounds like you have some undercover lines yourself. Laugh out loud. And Mitch, Stephen is saying, good afternoon. There's a gentleman who had suggested that he called us last week. He wanted to meet the producers of this show. Somebody remind me to call the gentleman. Sir, if you're watching, my sincere apologies. I should have called you last week. He's been asking from last week that he has a project in mind and he wants to meet the producer, talk to the producer. If I don't do it by the time the show is ended, somebody remind Claudette, I know you're in my skin. You're bugging me with that. Make sure I talk to the gentleman. And so we continue. You said something that makes sense to me because sometimes men present lines because let's face it, who here is under 20?
None of us.
Oh, yeah. You're funny.
Kevin, we're not talking about the size of your pants. Nobody's under 20. Who has never been in a relation before?
Who what?
Who has not been in a relation before here?
No relation.
Well, everybody has had kids, have gone on with their life. And as the older you get, life gets complicated. Okay? So for example, I've not lived, my wife has separated 4 or 5 years ago. But the paperwork is not in.
Yes.
So when a woman asks a man like you if you're single, and you tell her, kind of, sort of, is that a line?
It's a line to suit you.
Jodian.
It's a
I don't know,
line.
like, let me tell you, that's a touchy topic for me because I've been there where I've been told some lies that I am still sitting down.
So now we're
wondering-
getting into the lies.
I'm still sitting down wondering. I said no.
Talk to us.
No. I mean, I've been there. I mean, a lot of it I can't go into right now.
That's
but
all right, that's all
I
right.
have been there where I've been told lies. I've been told that the man's wife was the helper.
Oh, Lord. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Wow.
The man wife
Yup.
is the...
Helper. She's the helper. Yes,
Jesus.
sir.
That is
Only to find out that it was his wife. They were happily married,
Wow.
having a wonderful time.
She
So-
was happily married.
Yes, the
Well,
wife. The wife don't
Kevin,
know.
what-
She was married. She was the one that's married and happy.
Not
No.
his
He's
one.
married and single.
No.
No.
She was married and he was happily married because he is in the streets.
Doing his
happy-
thing.
being
Listen,
happy.
Charles?
let Jodian tell our story.
listen, so
Interpret
I
if
have
you're-
been through, and I mean, it's been years, and I'm still sitting on wondering, like, how the hell, you know, you never know that this was a lie. However, let me tell you something that I have known now that it's years later. You always see the red flags.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
always there.
Yes.
But it just depends on what you choose to ignore and what you choose to see.
That's right.
Jo-
You
Jo-
have
Jo-
it.
So-
Jodian, I like that. Oh, Chief, what is that? Where's the pliers under my desk, folks? This is the realness of my life. Jodian, give me a red flag. And that's a nice topic I like, the fact that you
man,
touched
red
on.
flag.
Red flags.
So
Give me a red flag.
one of the red flags I had in that relationship is that, you know, I was in media in Jamaica and I would have a lot of shows and I would not tell this person that I have these shows. And they would just show up and sit in, like, they're in the front of the audience. How
But
did
that's I just had a conversation with a young lady recently, Seriously Jodian, who is now celebrating next week their 1 year anniversary. And she thought that was, she kind of backed away from relationships because she had too much of these lines and stories that don't pan out. But this guy, she's a singer. And actually she's been on our show recently and she says every time she shows up somewhere, he shows out without her realizing and is there to offer her
No, for your own, bless her heart, my own did mad. Mother shot.
Yes.
I would
I
be
know
walking
your
down.
story.
I would be walking down the pathway, and I remember one night in particular, I was going into my gate because I used to live in Portmore where you have to walk in a pathway, and I was walking in my pathway, and he was talking to me on the phone, and I said, "Listen, I don't like talking on the phone when I'm going in the pathway. I'm gonna call you back."
Dang,
He's
I'm
like,
sure.
oh, I'm on a shoot somewhere in half a tree, so I'll call you when I'm done, no problem. I'm opening the grill, and somebody just jump out of the bush on me.
Yes,
Oh
Lord.
my.
And when I look round,
That was
It's
him.
him.
that was him.
No, that's scary.
No.
So those red flags were there, but home girl.
Was
you say she
madly in
bad?
love. Yes.
No, I'm never in love, you know. I was not in love.
In lust.
It was more lust. So it was a situation where it's a funny story where he pursued me for 3 years. I wasn't interested at that time because he was never my type. And people are like, you know, sometimes you need to move away from your type and give it a chance. You know, you never know, it may work out for you.
Yes.
That is something that so often
Yeah, what if
friends
it's
tell friends. Sure, you
Yeah, you may
you
grow
have
to
too much
like
of
it.
High standard.
a high standard.
Yes.
You need to change some height.
You may grow to like it. You know,
Yes.
so it was a fight for me because I was never emotionally attached, but it was like, you know, you were doing all the things that I thought I would want you to do at that time. So, you know what, maybe they're right. Like, I probably should give it a chance, you know? But it turned out that I knew those red flags were there. I knew why the Lord was putting all those barriers for me to walk away. But
Yes.
no, I mean, I'm superwoman. I climb over it and ignore all of the red flags them and deal with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Women
Wow.
have the tendency sometimes to look at a situation and assess it from their own standpoint.
Yes.
We
Yes.
assess it from our own standpoint. The man tells you his story for his, past relationships. And sometimes he's coming to you telling you all these negatives about the woman.
Yes.
And you go in your head somewhere and say, oh, that he's not doing that. He's never gonna do that to me.
Oh,
Or
really?
I can fix this situation. I know
We're
exactly
fixers.
what he
We're
needs.
fixers,
You know,
yes.
and so we
Superwoman
talk to
would be.
ourselves and convince ourselves that this is what is right for us, and we have some superpower that is going to make this situation the best situation for us.
Yes.
And we do that all the time. That's not.
But I've heard before that the same thing that makes you guys relevant, or makes you guys relevant as mothers, is the same thing that makes you vulnerable to some of these lies and lines. Because, like you've said, we like to fix things.
That's right, we're fixers.
Women
We
like
are
to fix
fixers.
things,
We are
and
fixers.
when a man
Yes.
come and say a line,
Is wounded. We want
is
to-
wounded
yes.
animal. You
Yes, we want to
finish
make him
that.
whole.
Finish
We
that.
want
for
to
me.
make him whole. So we
Yes.
try to heal his wound, and try to fix him up.
Yes.
Without realizing that our womb is not a place for boys that are broken men. We can't fix them. But for me, a lot of people don't know that I am a very spiritual person. My ex-husband is a minister, and what I've learned is
Ex-husband is a minister. How come you're ex-husband?
that
Sorry, no.
ex-husband, yes, and
That's another show, right?
That's another show right there, Kevin.
when I was, lack of a better word, lack of understanding, I would fall for the okie doke. But as I grow in my spirituality, I'm not a saint or anything like that. I
But
can
may
spot.
may I just interject?
Yes.
Because you just touched upon a little
Oh Lord.
like a skating line. Church and lines.
Jesus.
Because I've always
Don't
been told that
start
Kevin,
it.
don't try
Start
pretend
it.
you
Don't
got you got
start
wings.
it.
You ain't got wings, not
Don't
talking to
start
turtle.
it.
But church is one of the easiest places,
Yes.
and she gave me the look where you can use a line.
The devil come to church, do you know?
Yes,
A
because
lot of people don't them sit down right next to you,
and as a church sister in the church, first of all, if in the world the men are scarce and limited, when you decide to come into the church, the pickings are even few. So when a brother bring a line to you,
Baby, oh sweet baby.
especially if him say, God told me, because that's another line.
Yes.
Johnny, what about?
Yes, that's right.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
right.
I do not mean to offend anybody, but make me say this. You see the one that went in a church, the man that went in a church, are the wickedest one there.
Wickedest one them in the world.
Let me drink for that. Are the
Let
wicked?
me tell you about
Let me take
that.
a drink,
The
y'all, baby.
wickedest one them in the church.
And at this time, Kevin, may I have a disclaimer? As always, Bar Talk is a place where people can express themselves without any
Yes.
retribution at all. So the views,
expressed.
the views expressed by our guests are entirely those of our guests.
But let me tell you though, let me tell you though, those are people that are not grounded in their spirituality that fall for those things. But when you know who you are and whose you are,
No,
and when
but
you know
hold
that
on.
you know, you can't. Listen, let me tell you something. Me, I'm not saying I've had my shares of ups and downs in relationships, okay, or situationships, as you know, we may have it. But right now, I have that discernment that not any man can come in front of my face and tell me no line or no lies. Come and see straight through you, just like me have the magnifying glass for your soul. Yes, I'm telling you. You know, they try me.
Or is it a situation that you become so hardened?
There's no darling dear. No.
So in other words, if
I'm a
later on he
lover.
present a lyrics to you, you'd have probably sift through by lyrics or what?
Listen, let me tell a man the other day, you know. You see, me is a handful.
All right, that's a
Okay.
that's a next show. The handful
Listen,
women.
it's a handful.
Go on.
I said me
But
is
no,
a
but I know
handful.
we cut off Jodian because she was saying something about the men in church. I'm quite sure in all because Jodian, if someone you don't know, is a public figure. She is a radio announcer. She's a TV and radio personality.
I know her, Jody.
How do you when she dress?
I know Jody.
When she dress, me want choke.
Lord have mercy.
Look at you.
I have done shows with her, and when she dresses, when she comes in them spandex and so forth. Because that's another thing I want to get at you ladies.
Yes.
Why don't you dress like that? And then you look so fine and refined and sexy.
Because you know what?
Let me finish my story.
Ask the question.
How do you, I'm not going with Jodian, want to dress a certain way, want to look, and the line them come.
Edible.
How do you...
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious. Yes. How do you sift through them the lines?
All right, so here's what's funny. You touched on something that I loved. What I've understood in life is that experience really teach wisdom.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yep.
when you're younger, you're not grounded spiritually. You're not grounded physically. You're just at that point in life where you're just looking for flattery. When you've moved past that stage and you've matured, you can smell it
Come in.
from a
Come
mile
in,
away.
And that's a consensus right here?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
You
With black
can
blood
smell
around,
it.
like a
I
black
I
blood.
just want to make a
Yes.
quick take to the
Yes.
fellas out there. Grown folks, the grown and sexy women, they've been out there a while. They can't, like that what you all say, you can smell it.
Sniff them out like
A
a
mile away.
blood.
So, okay, so guys, when you come into a certain woman, make sure. But how do a man come to you then?
Just be
Everything
exactly.
a man said could be a lie.
Let me tell you something.
Like I said,
I'll
keep
continue.
it real. Keep
I'll
it
continue.
real.
My boyfriend now, he came with no lines. He came with himself.
But he might have cut me out to make an approach. Come on now, Julia.
He
What
made
was
a-
his approach? What was his approach?
His approach was, hi, I'm so and so.
There you
How
go.
are you? It was that simple.
That's simple.
It was that
It's
simple.
that simple.
Because
Yes.
And-
after that, you don't fall from that. Remember I told you in my earlier situation after the man said, turn around, let me see where your wings were. The follow through.
No follow
After
through.
that, what do you come with after that? So when you're yourself, you can follow through as
Yes.
yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can build
You
on
know.
that.
And
Yes.
you're right.
go.
Because if you come with me and give me a joke, listen, you say every time around you have to make me laugh, kiki. We have to always a laugh. And when you don't have those jokes to give me continuously,
Yeah, what's
that's
up?
where you get bored.
Yes.
That's where the relationship falters.
Yes.
When you're yourself,
You don't have to pretend.
there's no
Don't
pretense,
pretend.
there's nothing.
Nothing. You wanna burp, you wanna
Yes.
whatever. Just
Everything.
be yourself.
Listen.
Normal.
It's the most beautiful thing.
Don't tell it.
Listen, when me I take off my wig in front of my boyfriend and him just bust out laugh and take off all the lash them and wash up the makeup and he's just laughing. That's the type of, because you're yourself.
That's
Well,
And when you
That's
get
right.
those situations, and you've been in those situations, and you've been there and you've done that, nobody can come and tell you no bullcrap because you can smell it.
Absolutely.
let me,
And
let-
that's what we are looking for. That's what
Reality.
I am looking for. A real man to come and say, hey, what's up, Claudette? Why me I watch you a long time? And they say, why you watch me?
that's a line, you know. That's a line. That could
Why
be
you
a line.
watching me?
That's another line.
You have interest in me, why you watching me?
Want a link, you know.
Yeah,
Want a
you
link
have
up, boss? Yeah.
Wait,
But listen, let me run to our watchers because there's so many people are out there
Online.
watching online.
And revoking the card
and revoking the card. Kevin, you have anything from Moments?
Yeah, Rosemary Adamson Lewis.
Oh Jesus, that's my another sister.
Yes. Says, when the lies are nicely fabricated, it's hard for the woman to believe otherwise.
That's true.
That's true. And
That's
now,
true.
who else?
G. Cole says, now buy the concept of men lying at all. People have a tendency to hear what they want to.
Oh,
Terry
Jesus.
McMillan.
Mhm.
He's
Yes.
in denial.
But he,
Oh, I tell G Cole.
no,
G
you
Cole.
answer to that. That one right there, that you know, man. You answer that.
Me and G Cole are
G
friends, so me don't
Cole.
open my mouth.
One of the ladies says that you are in denial, G Cole. But anyway, let me run back to Facebook and look at some people. Althea Alvarenga said something early on, and I'm glad she's watching also because she says she was one of the first people before the show started, probably about 11, 12 o'clock today, who had a good discussion with Mitch, and she said the vulnerability is not from the male perspective, but because women tolerate the kind of stuff. And there's other people here are saying, where is it? It's not always vulnerability. Sometimes we believe the lie because we want the person. And come back to the church thing again. When you got church and the guys are few, I know this brother look like, because that's another thing. Women have, and ladies, you might crucify me, but women have, especially women at an age where they want married, they want a husband. Let me say that, Kevin.
Which age is that?
At any age.
That's right.
They want a
That's it, you know?
husband.
Yeah.
And especially we go back to the church. Too often a brother come in and him say hallelujah, and God forbid if him can't sing a note. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or him can't play a guitar. Or the pastor like him, and Jordan I give him this look like how we have come with. Right? You know, we are ready to admit, and be honest with me, are ready to admit anything the brother said because he's the fig pickings are few, he's right there, and he give us a line. And already the guy said hi to us, and I think sometimes the lines are not what you guys perceive. And be honest with me, sometimes a guy throw a line, and you start thinking about picking out curtains. You know? And you start thinking about, boy, this man, the man said, how you doing? He asks what the man, and Jody, for one man, I agree, for once.
Yeah, that can be true.
And I'm going to make you pick up on it. And the sister, because the brother's there, and people figure some, you know, him look good, him have possibilities. We now try to check out the brother, we start thinking about husband. Wrong or right?
That's
And
true.
it goes right back to what we were saying originally. It depends on the state at which you're in and your level of vulnerability. I mean, you know, if you're in a state where, you know, as you say, you know, you're desperate to marry, or you're desperate to be in a relationship, or you're just looking for that sense of belonging and you're looking in the wrong places, then it is easy for you to really hear what you want to perceive and perceive what you hear.
Yes,
So
but
it
then
is
again,
true.
you know, I mean, to piggyback on that, loneliness is a B. Trust me.
Oh, Jesus. You heard that, folks? Loneliness is a B.
Yeah.
Sure
Big
is.
B.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Expand on that for me a little bit. Loneliness is a B. So,
Yes.
when you need somebody in your life, do you settle or you make them go and talk? And because listen, all on the go on like you have wings. But in the same way, let me use the word, and then Kevin shelter me. Get me back, Baba. The woman use men too.
Of course.
I'm going to use the word
Of course.
use.
Of
That's
course.
next week's show. That's next week's show.
Of course.
I have.
Yes,
Okay, no, let me finish because she started so.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I say you know, loneliness is a B because sometimes you know we are so lonely and we will settle for the okie doke, settle for any little thing, just have company, right? But then I'm gonna touch back on the spiritual realm too. You see, when you're growing in that, them is something they'll take you. Come tell you once upon a time, you know, when me and my ex-husband just separated, and I was by myself a whole lot, and I said, loneliness won't leave me alone. The lonely would never leave me alone, you know. Let me tell you, some people, me have to drop on my knee and ask the Father God to take that off of me. Yes, take
Anybody
it
want to
away.
comment on that? Hold on.
Trust
Sis, you've
me.
been quiet in the corner. Talk to me. I be the truth.
have
Come on,
to
I be the
agree-
truth.
I have to agree, loneliness is, will make a woman make choices that she would
Yes,
ordinarily make.
yes.
And can we talk about, because listen, me passed 40, 45, 50 long time ago, so me I talk for myself too. When you get to that age, is that loneliness become a more critical component of your life?
Yes, it does.
It does.
There's a lot of people
because-
get puppy.
Yes.
But now
because-
people... Oh, this is that's how people get puppy.
That is not true.
No, hold on, hold on. In that
I
case,
get one.
no. In that
I
case,
get one.
Jodian shouldn't have one, but she have one. I haven't done too much. Yeah, but go ahead.
You know, all of us, we want, you know, I think, you know, if you are spiritual, and if any members of our audience is spiritual, we want to believe that we were made for the man, and the man made for the woman, and we want to have that other half to connect with. And when we don't, we experience all kinds of emotional and
Yes.
physical
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
angst when we
Yes.
don't have that. So that's what the loneliness is, and it does.
No, I didn't get
make
that. I
us-
missed that. I was reading something. I want to hear that. Go ahead.
Yes,
Repeat.
when we don't have our other half, when we're not engaged in a relationship with the male of the species, then we feel like we're missing something.
Yes.
And we try to see if we can get that person in our lives, and sometimes it makes us break down our
Standards.
our standards, that would be the barrier to weed out those liars or liners,
So let me ask you a question. I know Kevin bet upon the bubble, but let me ask you a question. There's a song that says, half a love is better than no love at all, baby. Talk to me about that. Is that worth it then? Be honest. This is a show that doesn't have no retribution.
Depends on where in my maturity you're a catch.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, exactly. That is where spiritual maturity comes into play.
Yes.
Because once you're there, you
Yes.
know that there are certain standards that you set for yourself, and you're not going to go below those standards. So that's where that
Yes, 'cause
spirituality grows.
I have been
I
in the
cannot
place
date a
where
man who's
half
not
a love is
spiritually
Hold on,
mature.
let me finish that. Yeah.
I have been in the place where half a love is better than no
We
love
all,
at all.
haven't we all?
And you know.
And so you're in the situation, you're hearing the lies, you're hearing the lines, but you're still
Going with it.
Going along with it because I'm trying to fulfill that need
oh Jesus.
that I have.
All right.
But
It happens to you too.
as was said over there at that table, experience is an expensive school.
Oh
Exactly.
And,
Jesus.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
sometimes we don't learn from any other school.
Exactly.
So over time you realize that goes nowhere. You just have to learn what your value is as a woman and how low or high you will set your bar for somebody to be able to come over, to cross over that bar so that we can come together and be a couple,
Okay.
So wait.
Now, well, let me do a quick station break. So, folks, you're watching Bar Talk on Moment to Remember, all things photo, video, and print. And this is brought to you by Jamaicans.com. You can find Jamaicans.com. It is the leading platform for all things photo. Yeah, I keep saying that, Kevin. Why do I do that?
Moment to remember is photo.
For moment to remember is photo, but Jamaicans.com is a leading platform for all things Jamaica, the Caribbean. Where's it? I should take a sip. For all things Jamaican, the Caribbean, and the world. We are Jamaican, platform, but we deal with all things worldwide. We have listeners and viewers that view us from all across the world. So I just want to make sure people know exactly we're here every Sunday at 5 p.m. But we just want to let people know that if you're enjoying this right now, just go out, just text a friend in the chat. So that friend, if you can't get a hold of them on the phone, just text their name in the chat. So that person can call someone right now and listen, because we got a couple of minutes more to go, and we have some very, very interesting, if not life-changing thoughts from these women, because I'm hearing some things, and somebody I know, but when you hear it from women who are, from all walks of life, you go, mm-hmm. I think Arsenio, I think that's you sort of, I think that's it. Things make you go. This is this moment. All right, Kevin. Or I switch. No, let me go. Let me go to Jodian. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you said something, and I just wanted to piggyback on that. You know, things that you go through, experience. It's an expensive school, and that's true. But one of the things that I find with a lot of women, us women, is that sometimes we really don't stop. When we're in a relationship and we're out of it, sometimes we don't take that time to stop and be like, okay, what did I do wrong in this situation? What did I listen to? What lie did I listen to that I knew that wasn't true? And you really just sit and resonate, okay, what will I not do the next time? I had 6 years to sit my ass down and think about really what happened. So when I was choosing my partner, I knew exactly what I was looking for. So when he came with that line, which wasn't really a line, it was just, hello, my name is, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I knew exactly what I was looking for. So as we said earlier, you have that experience where if he came with bullcrap, I would have been able to pick it up and be like, go on your way.
But Jodian, in real talk, some guys just don't handle lyrics. But like I said before, and I'm including me in that, because I am a guy, and I'm going to be as real as I can get. The lamest line I've gone off for a lady, I've known her for years now. I said to her, what are you doing in my parking spot? because she parking in my spot. That was when I was teaching. And I've known that lady now because I've taught, and she was a parent coming to pick up her kid. But I saw the woman, and the woman looked just drop dead good looking. And I didn't know what the hell to say. And so I said to her, why are you in my parking spot?
But you didn't tell a lie. She was really in your parking spot.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
icebreaker.
line.
That's an icebreaker.
That's
What you call an icebreaker.
There's a difference.
That's right.
There's a
So
difference.
you can have a conversation with her.
And your follow-up after that must have been okay.
Well, she gave me a line. She gave me a break. So the follow-up was different. But seriously, sometimes guys, good guys, and I'm defending the good guys who don't have an approach.
And you don't have to.
So what I hear
But so many women is looking for an approach.
Not necessary.
Well,
Be yourself.
We
That's
said
what she said.
We
Be
said
yourself.
it already.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be
So
real.
that's the advice
Yes,
for those
just
be
guys who
yourself.
have,
Just keep it
Oh,
real.
listen, I'm single, not looking, but if it come my way, be real,
Exactly.
please. Thank you.
I've been divorced. I've been separated from my wife. I don't expect to go back anytime soon.
You don't know.
You see,
don't know.
but that's not a lie. And some-
anytime soon.
okay.
Don't know.
You see, these are some of the things.
So you
that,
know there are degrees of separation. You know that, right? Yeah, there are
Lord.
degrees of
Kevin,
separation.
stop singing to him now.
Is he really meant my time to go there, so?
Okay, go ahead, Kevin. Kevin, take it over. Take it over.
Alright, so a couple of things, because I really want to hear how Claudette used the mic. Or the mic.
Oh, because she said so, right?
Because she said so.
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
But on a-
This
okay,
is this
one
is
second.
okay.
Just to address this really quickly. Lorraine said, Laverne, sorry, said me getting that other half of you, that feeling, that emptiness. That's a problem that everybody have. They don't realize that they're already a whole. nobody on this planet completes me. I am already complete. What you're going to do is compliment me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
So-
that's what I was alluding to.
So that person that, and a lot of us do it. You know, we grow on these Disney movies, fairy tale books, kind of religion,
Nancy
like,
Drew.
and think that we need that individual to come and make us happy and complete
No.
our lives.
It's come
If
from
you're not
within.
going in there as a whole, complete individual,
It's not
what
gonna
are you
work.
going in there with?
Exactly.
Please don't switch. Please don't switch to me. I know he was going to switch to
I
me.
can appreciate that. I can appreciate what you're saying, and that is no lie or line. But what I was alluding to is the fact that, nature says that the male for the female and the female for the male.
Okay.
And all of us are, whether we are aware of it or not, we are trying to do that complementary thing, one with the other, so that we can carry out the big role that nature has for us to play, which is
All right.
getting together, procreating.
Procreate.
That's what we're
Yeah,
trying
but
to
listen. Let me interject with that real quick because after time, this is for the grown-up sex, and some of you people, young people may not be in this part, and we're gonna leave out Jodian out of this one. but when you're at a certain age group, it is no longer procreation. It ain't not but God where you go to procreate.
You know-
No, it's like you said, loneliness, and sometimes like this young lady has said something, and I need to find her again. I really need to find what she said. Actually, Red Fox said, I'll come back to Red Fox. But the fact of the matter is sometimes the need supersede the line.
So them can't come with any line.
The lack of self-control.
Yes.
Total lack
How
of
you mean
self-control.
lack of self-control?
Yes,
So
you have to
you
be able to
are so,
control it.
you got it together that much that it no matter how you feel, let's be real, no matter how you feel, and you and I say steady back the water or something. Steady hurting back there for something. You tell no matter how you feel, you are so wonderfully spiritually endowed and you got your faculty together. So we probably need to get some wings that make you fly away.
I mean, so I'm saying, but seriously though, you have to be in control of your emotions. You can't make your emotions overrule you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a mature person, and you know what you don't want, because a lot of times we don't know. We
don't exactly know what we
exactly.
want. We know
So
what
if
we
you know
don't
what you
want.
don't want, why would you go and do the opposite? You see,
Well,
I have to be
let
in
me touch
control.
on Red Fox because some people,
Yes,
for
I have
example,
to be in control.
Red Fox says some women know from the, and we said this before, from the outset that the man is not leaving his situation, but
Thank you.
still we try
Push up themselves
to
for-
tag along. Him sell you a line
Sell your line.
or a line,
Hook, line, and sinker.
but you believe it.
Yeah.
How many body can put up them hand and say yes, they've been there?
I've been
I've been
there.
there.
I
I've all been there.
We all been there.
I've been there.
I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie.
I've been
So
there.
what's the solution? We gotta wrap up the show. Jodian, what's the solution?
I mean, you know, I will reiterate. You know, when you really stand firm and
Kevin?
know exactly what it is that you're looking for, you build yourself as your own whole, as Kevin said, and then look for somebody to complement you. You'll see things differently.
Yes.
When you become that mature, when you've used all your experiences to really build you to move forward, and again, you know exactly what you're looking for. And let me tell you something. I want the camera to look straight in my face. Ladies, no, I'm dead
Yes,
serious when
yes,
I say
yes.
this. No smile. Ladies, let me tell you, don't let anybody tell you, oh, your expectations are too high.
True.
Don't ever let anybody tell you that. If it means that you're gonna be single for the rest of your life, I can tell you about some toy stores. Let me tell you this. Do not let anybody tell you that, oh, your expectations are too high and that's why you're not getting who you want, or you should be with
So you're
this
still
one because
single.
this one. Stay single.
Thank you.
Stick to what you want because you know exactly what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that
Well,
is
for
one
me-
side of the two-sided solution. That's the female side. The male side is that what Claudette said. Be real in your approach
Yes.
when you're trying to approach women.
Tell the
It doesn't
truth.
matter
Truth.
that you don't think you have any lyrics or you don't have anything to say to the woman. If you step up to a woman and you're being real with her, she will be able to discern that
Yes.
as realness.
Yes.
And
Can I stop
we
you right there?
respect that.
Can I stop you right there? Because Denise Evani, one of our longtime listeners, said the same thing. She says, ladies, we have to use discernment to see through
Yes,
those
exactly.
men's
That's it.
lies.
Yes.
Do not
That's where
just
it's supposed to
use
come in.
wisdom like the lady said. We have to use discernment.
Exactly.
Um, What's discernment for a woman? I'm going straight back at you.
Discernment.
Yes.
If-
Because listen, and don't tell me about church, because discernment is a different story. Because people like to use church to say, the Holy Spirit. This is the same brother who tell you the Holy Spirit said that you're going to be his wife.
No,
So what kind of discernment are we talking
internal
about?
gauge. It's an internal
Discernment,
gauge.
that's just a big word for saying, pay attention.
Yes.
Look at what the man is saying to you.
Exactly.
And his actions.
Wait.
Mhm.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
That's all discernment is. Discernment is nothing fantastic or special. All it is you're going to pay attention and see,
Listen.
have a conversation within yourself. to say,
Exactly.
is he lying to me or not?
Yes.
That's what discernment
And
is.
I guess it's discernment has to do what Jody had said, the red flags.
The red
Yes.
flag.
Exactly.
Yes.
Claudette?
Exactly.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of the lines, the lies. Be yourself. Just come to me, baby. I have one foot in, I have one sock. My
On
brief
a
of
Chinese
one.
version.
My shoes, you'll drop
Shoes,
on
you'll drop
Oh!
But guess what? We can make
Living in the car.
life together. Just
Yes.
trust me. And guess what? You got me. And that's all I need.
And he has
You
to-
don't
and he
have
has to
to.
follow through.
That's
He
right.
has to follow through.
What is the follow through?
The follow through is
Being
consistency.
consistent. That's right.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
And I guess-
If you're coming, okay. If you said to me, baby, me run late till I'm down the road, but you know, I meet Kevin and we have a drink.
And when you call Kevin, you say, boy, I've never run tone.
Kevin, I'm not even Florida.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying?
And another
just be
people-
just be honest. That's all. Because guess what? Me not have no life for telling her, you know. I might be a little harsh in my delivery,
Delivery.
but it's good. Take it up and use it as an example to get through to women like us who don't need anything but companionship. That's it. I
Another big
just need her to take me to dinner, you know. And take me anytime I want to travel. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but also
And
another big
respect.
one-
Just before I
Respect.
move on to you, Pauline, Althea,
That's it.
Althea, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, just slap me upside
Alvaranga.
Next time you see me, just slap me upside the head. But Althea said, I've had a pretty decent dating history with discernment. At 48, I met the best liar. Extremely nice. Oh, let me read through that really. She says, and I know we're running over time. Pretty decent with discernment. At 48, I met the best liar. Extremely nice, attentive, plays the divorced single dad card, and believe it. Let's just say he was saying the same thing to 5 other women in multiple households.
That's
Common
good.
assault.
Yeah.
Common
And that's why
assault.
I don't know why some of them not going to movie theater go act.
I tell them this is around Academy Award. Don't
They
you?
need Hollywood.
Yeah, but the main thing,
Glamorous.
ladies, this is my take. Most of all, love yourself first
right.
and foremost. Love yourself.
That's another.
Okay, that's
Facet.
right. Just love yourself because I love myself,
Absolutely.
and I would never allow anyone.
I don't need nobody to tell me what love is.
Glory. Yes.
Because I have it right here.
Love yourself.
And Tiffany Reed says, Lord Jesus, Althea, true. I am 41 and you think that your age we can't be fooled, but sometimes it takes a right man to take a second guess to make us take a second guess at ourselves. And we keep giving them a chance.
I don't want them to say Jesus, I'm afraid of.
Hey, I'm even tell you about the one there. Me
So
tell you
true.
about that
Ladies
one.
and gentlemen,
Afraid of
listen, it's been, there has to be a part 2 of this. This
Yes,
is so
Lord.
much.
I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready
I-
for it too.
I-
because
I-
have a
Because
lot
I need
to
to
get
talk
say.
about
I have a lot to
the
say.
use-
Hold
using
on.
parts.
Hold on. I
I'm not
have
sure.
not had a chance to deal with half of the comments. Kevin, you have any comments or moments that we need to run through real quickly?
No, they jumped over
To
Jamaica.
Jamaica.com.
Okay.
But listen, folks, it has been amazing. It's been intense, like I expected. The conversation started well before the show, and our guests here had just so much to say. So, listen, I would love to be able to wrap up with this. So let me start with Pauline, and then we switch to Laverne, and then we go to Claudette, and we finish out with Milika's sister, Milika Teeny Beanie sister. All right? And what I want you to, ladies, to tell me if you're part of any organization or anything, or you have any
okay.
projects on the making. Just let's talk about it. So let's start with Pauline. Go ahead.
I have no.
First of all, give me a summary in your mind what we need to be. The lies, it's lines and lies that it's lines and lies that men tell women. Give me your summation and then tell me whatever in it. If you have an organization you're working towards, if anything you know people need to look out for or so forth, just keep it moving. All right.
Well, like I said, from the very beginning, I am retired, and I'm just chilling. Okay. But as far as the lines and the lies, I will say, I reiterate, women, love yourself, and you love your mate a little bit, but love yourself this much more. If you love yourself this much more, you won't fall for the okey doke.
Laverne.
Okay, I have to agree with Pauline. Some of us are growing in that, and we need to grow some more and love ourselves.
Yeah.
I would like to share that apart from being a school teacher with DeKalb County, I partner sometimes with the March of Dimes to help them to support women who have premature babies. So I sometimes do projects with my students at school for March of Dimes, and I am also a part of the Fort Lauderdale Garden Society. So if you see me anywhere begging for money to support my kids in their projects at school, please lend your hand.
And how can we reach you?
I generally put something on, donorschoose.org when I'm ready for support. So look for me on donorschoose.org, and you can donate that way
Okay.
to support any little project that I might be doing.
Claudette, you got all kind of thing I work with. So go ahead.
I'm involved in my city.
Yes.
I've been a Lauderhill resident for 23 years, and I've been on many organizations that our vice mayor helped me to be a part of. I'm a distinguished director. I work for that title, distinguished
Yes.
director for Kiwanis of Greater Sunrise, and I'm the fundraising director.
Folks, let me just pitch something real quick. Any event you having, I'm gonna put it out here right now, and you need somebody. The last time we had a Kiwanis party, Claudette single-handedly filled that Sawgrass. What name again? Sawgrass.
Yes.
Sawgrass and conference,
Yes,
and she
yes.
single-handedly
Really?
filled that place with people coming in. So if you are somebody who know too many people and not taking enough lines and still take their money, that's her. Continue.
person.
Claudette.
You have to have a
Yes.
sweet mouth when you're doing fundraising.
Yes, Lord.
Use that.
Everybody has to be on the same level of friendship. You treat everybody the same way.
Yes.
You can't have this upscale and this. No. You don't do that. And which I promise my chapter that I'll make $6,000 for the club, and we did. We certainly did. You have to have a drive in whatever you're a part of. and do it. Right now, I am also affiliated with a chamber, Lauderhill Chamber of Commerce, and Vice Mayor, doing the Safe and Clean campaign for Lauderhill. So that's me involved, but you get results.
All right. Are we going to close out with me like a teeny beanie sister from another mother? Jodianne, take it away. Give me a summary of how we can reach you.
Well, you know, I already said what I said earlier, you know, about just really looking for the red flags, really, you know, not lowering your standards for anybody, and just sticking to what you know you want. And that's basically all I'm going to say about that situation. In terms of what I'm doing, I've, a couple of months ago, I recently formed my company, Jodianne Gray Inc. I am focusing mainly on broadcasting and communications and public relations, as well as motivation. You know, I have a compelling story, so I'm now walking in my purpose and using that story to motivate as much people as I can. You can find me on jodiannegray.com. You can go on my website. You can follow me on my Instagram at JodesGray. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Jodianne Gray, on my public figure page, so you can go and join me there. And on Mondays, every single Monday, you can look up for my Motivational Mondays. If it doesn't, you know, hit you this Monday, trust me, you'll find a topic that will hit you probably next Monday or the following Monday. But just look out for those and share them with friends, because again, my thing is just to motivate.
Okay.
I am trying to close
good.
up this show, and I know you all are going to, please, my guests, please go into the chat and talk to people. But Cyan Rose says, question for all the ladies. I don't know, Cyan Rose, she says, you keep talking about loneliness. Do you think sometimes you tolerate the lies because we don't want to be judged for playing the field, so we stick it out? In other words, Kevin, bear with me. If a guy talk to 10 girls, he's a star.
Hey. I did
If a
multiples.
woman talk to 10 guys, she's a...
multiples.
She's an S.
Oh.
I did multiples.
She's an S.
So do you stick it? I just want to talk. I know there's some. Please, folks, I beg you. I know we're running past the time. Nobody comes behind us right now. So,
I did multiples.
do we? This one just hit me as I go through. Do we stick it out because, boy? So we've been. Let's be real. We've been intimate with this one and this one because this one tried and this one tried, and we bought this lie and we bought this lie and we bought this lie. This last with the lie, we give him intimate. We give him everything. Do the guy that's Cyan Rose is asking, do we stick this one up because don't we try to close the legs? I'm sorry, folks. Are we trying to make this one work because we don't want to seem like you don't want to walk in a club and every guy a wink?
So that's another
I just
thing
want to
too.
close
That's
out that
the
one.
norm. That's another thing too. That's where it goes right back to you're living your life for society.
Right.
You're living your life for people. And for me, judge me if you will. But if I get to a point where I have to kiss 100 frogs before I get my prince,
prince,
honey,
that's what you do.
I'm gonna put that lip gloss on.
All
Yep.
And I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'll kiss
I
100
second
frogs.
that.
Yep.
And
My
you
lip
don't
gonna be
give a
well
rat's
my
ass.
I don't give a rat's.
Yeah, you're not
Guess
living
what?
your life for people.
They ain't paying my bills.
You're not living your life for people.
I'm not living my life
And
for
that's
nobody
it.
but
A lot of
others.
people use this blanket statement. This is what society says. Society says you need to go to school. When you're done, you need to go to university. When you're done, you need to be married by your 26 and have 3 children and live happily ever after. Life is not like that. It's a lie.
It's not black and
Repeat it.
white.
That's the lie.
It's a lie.
It's not black
So
and
you see
white.
the Disney movie them, as Kevin talked about, don't make them fool you know. A lie material. It's a lie. Let me break it to, I'm gonna be that guy like Beanie Man said. That guy. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have exhausted more than an hour, and we're still on. And believe it or not, folks, there are 41 people still watching us. So this sounds like a part 2. We're going to ask our guests to go in, and we're going to ask you all to just comment on some of the comments, because some of the comments, I think, let me put to another extent. I really believe that there are people who are searching for answers in even this discussion we've had. And so I'm going to ask you to go in and want you to share it, because it's a very heated and I feel a relevant discussion. I'm going to ask people like John T. I'm going to call her John T. John T from Waves FM, because I know you're going to have a rebuttal. You always have a rebuttal. What's my other brother again who sing again? Steve Higgins.
Oh.
You guys always have a rebuttal. And I know we're going to have a part 2 of this. But listen, I really thank you for being the best part of Bar Talk. Bar Talk comes to you from Moment to Remember Studios in Sunrise, Florida. And we are on the platform Jamaicans.com. You can find Jamaicans.com on Facebook.com/One Love Jamaica. We deal with all things Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world. You can find Bar Talk every Sunday at 5 p.m. right here. Again, we thank you for being the best part of the show. We ask you to just share this. If the conversation has been of such that you really got something from it, or you think there's a friend that needs to know, we're going to ask you to simply share this program. We thank you so much for being the best part of the show. God bless. See you next week at 5 p.m.